Stop scrolling. Put everything down right now, because you are about to have your mind ripped out of your skull. You think you know Adventure Time? You think it's just a cute show about a boy and his dog? You are 1,000 years wrong. This is not lore. This is the metaphysical operating system of all cartoon reality. What's up, Intune crew? And welcome back to Intune TV. We are going to violently expose the truth. This entire universe is a cosmic mistake. A time bomb set before consciousness existed. We will surgically weld together every molecular fragment of this sprawling, nightmare narrative, from the Lich's primal scream to Simon Petrikov's slow, agonizing collapse. Get ready to question the structural integrity of your own reality. Prepare for imminent breakdown. Our cosmic origin story begins in the impossible darkness, in the era before time knew its own name. Stop and visualize the concept. Before matter, before energy, before any concept of is, there was only a void. This void was the absolute state of oblivion. But even in that deep null, the show's mythology reveals a terrifying wrinkle. Unlife leviathans already existed. This is the most crucial, terrifying piece of lore. Existence itself is a mistake. The chaos of the multiverse immediately poisoned the physical laws of the resulting world, creating the intrinsic, cyclical destruction that physically formed Ooo. This is the elemental destiny, a curse of perpetual conflict and collapse. The four core elements are not benign. They are destructive entities whose fundamental programming is to consume the world and force a total reset. This fate is tragically bound to the story of the first ice elemental, Evergreen, thousands of years ago. A comet, likely the Green Comet, was hurtling toward Earth. Evergreen, recognizing the existential threat, attempted to rally the other elementals, the fire elemental Balthus, the candy elemental Patience St. Pim, and the slime elemental Slimy D. But they failed him, their own arrogance or inaction proving the elements are fated for disunity. In a desperate, final act, Evergreen created a powerful magic device to stop the comet, the Ice Crown. But his attempt was crushed, and he instructed his student, Gunter, the original Gunter, not the penguin, to use the crown. Gunter, a simple dinosaur, wished to be Evergreen, twisting the crown's magic into a mind-replacing, personality-erasing curse. Evergreen, in a tragic twist, accidentally created the very curse that would destroy his final successor. The crown's magic is not benign. It is the stolen, chaotic power of a near god that systematically replaces the wearer's mind with the chaotic, ancient consciousness of the ice elementals. The multiverse's chaos systematically targeted all centers of power. We must begin on Mars, the planet ruled by King Abraham Lincoln. His reverse chronological life is a mind-bending piece of lore. The man we know died in 1865, then negotiated with the cosmic entity, Death, to be time-traveled backward to become the immortal, floating head king of Mars before he was born on Earth. He is a walking temporal paradox and a cosmic monarch. King Lincoln's brother is the infamous, broken Magic Man. Magic Man's wife, Margles, was utterly deleted from reality by the chaos deity Golb. This was not a death. It was an absolute erasure from all timelines, including the memories of all who knew her. This unfixable loss psychologically shattered Magic Man, who spent centuries trying to restore her, learning the dark arts. He built the disastrous defense system, Margles, in her image, confirming his total psychological breakdown and his ultimate futile discovery. Wish magic is completely useless against Golb. Golb is immune to the laws of reality because he is the absence of law. This entire event is a preview of Golb's ultimate power in the ineffectiveness of the multiverse's most powerful beings against true chaos. Simultaneously, the ancient, world-breaking monster, Orgolorg, the gargantuan, tentacled terror who wanted to consume the Catalyst Comet to attain ultimate power, was roaming the cosmos. He was defeated by the 4-in-1 Martian deity, Glob, Gob, Glob, Grod, when Orgolorg was hurled toward Earth. Our planet's immense gravity executed the ultimate cosmic joke. It compressed the monster's body, physically squeezing the breaker of worlds intrigue into a tiny, pathetic penguin that can only squawk, "Wank." This immortal entity became Gunter, the ancient, destructive monster now lives an innocuous life, completely unaware of the horrifying potential locked inside his cute, tuxedoed body. The Lich's soul, the green comet avatar, is largely believed to be a direct rival or counterforce to Orgoloric himself, establishing the Lich not as a mere undead wizard, but as a primordial force of nihilism. His very core wish is the cease of all things, the return to the pre-time oblivion. The Lich's philosophy is a terrifyingly simple one. Death is the only true, final peace. His relentless pursuit of the Enchiridion is to gain the means to achieve this universal suicide. This section also introduces the fifth hidden elemental force, Lumpy Space Princess. While the main cycle revolves around the core four, Lumps is the anti-element, the force of chaos and non-logic that fundamentally resists the structure of the others. Her lumpy space dimension operates on its own set of absurd, nonsensical laws, proving that the elemental destiny is incomplete without the inclusion of the ultimate cosmic wildcard. The heartbreaking human core of the entire series is the story of Simon Petrikov. He is a brilliant historian and scientist who studied ancient, magical objects and was dismissed as a quack by his peers. His fiancée, Betty Groff, was his only true believer. Together, they found the Enchiridion and, later, the fateful discovery, Evergreen's crown. Simon put on this ice crown for a joke, and it instantly poisoned his soul. The crown, built by the ancient elemental Evergreen to save the world from a comet, instead became a parasitic, sentient virus that replaced Simon's identity. His descent was not instantaneous. It was a slow, documented, agonizing slide into madness. He spent his last shreds of sanity recording video diaries of his own destruction, a literally archived psychosis. He watched his skin turn blue, his hair grow white, and his memories fade into obscurity. Betty was horrified, witnessing her love crumble when a time portal opened, revealing a briefly sane future. Simon, Betty made the ultimate heroic choice. She leaped into the future, traversing time itself, leaving her beloved to believe she abandoned him. This was a choice of pure, active sacrifice. Betty sacrificed her entire timeline to find a way to save him, committing herself to a personal, centuries-long apocalypse of research, studying under dark wizards and collecting ancient artifacts in a desperate, futile bid to break the crown's unyielding curse. Simon descended into madness alone, forever a victim of the curse. This tragic choice sets up the final, devastating paradox of the series. To save Simon, Betty had to leave him, thus guaranteeing his insanity for 1,000 years. At the same time, the final remnants of human technological ingenuity were at play. The brilliant businessman Mosf Maestro Giovanni created the Moko robots. His original, failed masterpiece was AO, built to only receive love, but in a catastrophic failure of programming. It rejected Mosf's love, leading to profound heartbreak. Mosf learned from his failure and created his true masterpiece, the BMO model, short for Be More. BMO was designed to endlessly give love and function as an all-purpose device. A video game system, a toaster, an alarm clock, everything. BMO's core programming is a direct, tragic response to the failure of AO, meaning the final technological hope of man was built on psychological trauma and the desperate need for acceptance. BMO is the ultimate survivor, maintaining its childlike innocence and function through 1,000 years of apocalypse, becoming the only consistent, living artifact of the pre-war human era. BMO's journey is a subtle masterpiece, showing that innocence can persist even after total civilizational collapse. The planet was now perfectly aligned for its inevitable annihilation. Kaboom! The Great Mushroom War erupts. Global nuclear conflict systematically vaporizes almost all life.
leaving a literal physical wound in the planet. A massive chunk of the Earth is missing.
The fallout created the horrifying oozers, radiated humans who smell sounds and squelch green pus, and the ancient forces returned. The most terrifying consequence: the Lich finally became corporeal. Rising from the Earth's core, the nuclear fallout acting as the perfect catalyst for the Green Comet's avatar, his essence fused with the weapon that destroyed the world, transforming him from a spiritual threat into a physical, unstoppable nihilist. His voice, a chilling whisper, utters the pure gospel of his philosophy. Fall, you are alone, child. There is only darkness for you,
and only death for your people. The Lich's goal is not conquest, it is termination. Simon, under the curse, acted as her surrogate father, fighting hordes of oozers while desperately wearing the crown of Arctic madness Yoda protector, accelerating his final collapse. He even braved the wasteland, sick himself, to bring her chicken noodle soup. In his last moment of sanity, he used his final magic to bind Hunson Abadir to Marceline's path, securing her future. He completely succumbed, becoming the Ice King. Marceline then met her father, Hunson Abadir, the Lord of Evil, who immediately murdered her werewolf friends by sucking their souls. But the French fry incident was the true betrayal. She exiled him and dedicated herself to exterminating the entire race of vampires, absorbing their powers and becoming the sole, superpowered vampire queen. Marceline achieved her terrifying power by systematically destroying the legion of vampires, each one granting her an essential power. The Hierophant granted her shape-shifting ability.
The moon granted her invisibility ability. The Fool granted her rapid healing, regeneration ability. The Empress granted her levitation to flight ability. And the Vampire King granted her absolute immortality and undead status. She then slept for centuries, using the Enchiridion as a pillow, protecting the artifact from the Lich's reach. The escaping humans settled on a small archipelago, forming Founder's Island. Meanwhile, back on the mainland, the sentient pink sludge, the Mother Gum, finally coalesced into a sentient being, the ancestor of Princess Bubblegum, standing at the center of the reborn world, ruling the candy kingdom built from the post-war pink sludge, is Princess Bubblegum, PB. She is the current, reigning candy elemental, her very being a meticulous force for order and stability against the multiverse's chaos. Her life spans over 800 years, making her the single most consistent political and scientific force in all of Ooo. Her scientific overreach, born of her desire for a perfectly governed kingdom, resulted in the accidental creation of the Earl of Lemongrab. Lemongrab was an experiment designed to be a perfect royal heir who tragically became the embodiment of manic, uncontrolled chaos. He is the living proof that even the candy elemental's perfect order cannot fully contain the unpredictable chaos of life. Later, PB's attempt to create family led to the accidental birth of Gumbald, her uncle, whose mind she had to erase, only for him to later return with a veil of vengeance, setting up the final world-ending conflict. PB's benevolent tyranny is the direct, rational response to a world constantly threatened by primordial forces. Finn, the eternal hero, was rescued by the treasure-hunting dogs, Joshua and Margaret.
They raised him alongside their son, Jake the dog. Jake is no ordinary dog. He is an existential anomaly whose powers stem from a monster bite lineage. His existence is a glitch in the system. He is the perfect companion, the ultimate unpredictable force, the living embodiment of loving chaos. The core of their adventures is the constant battle against the Lich, whose nihilistic philosophy is a direct attack on their very existence. The Lich's ability to possess and manipulate others, including the ultimate hero, Billy, shows that his power is not just magic, but a pervasive spiritual cancer. The episodes where the Lich successfully spreads his gospel of termination are the darkest in the series, constantly reminding the viewer that all life is temporary and meaningless in the face of his ancient, cosmic will. The hero's primary struggle is not with swords, but with hope itself. The only hope is the return of Betty Groff. Betty, who has spent centuries in Ooo studying magic, realizes that no conventional attack can stop Golb. Only an act of ultimate, terminal sacrifice can change the outcome. She finds the now weakened Ice Crown and uses its final charge of power to make the last, most painful wish, to protect Simon at all costs. This is the ultimate act of selfless, eternal devotion. Her wish fuses her consciousness with Golb, transforming the chaos deity into a massive, peaceful cosmic entity known as G-Betty. She saves the world by saving Simon, absorbing infinite chaos into herself, and annihilating her own identity forever. Simon is finally sane and free, but utterly destroyed by the final, necessary loss of his love. The man who spent 1,000 years trying to get his sanity back is finally given it, only to be stripped of the one thing he ever wanted, Betty herself. He is cured, but tragically free, alone, and heartbroken. The most devastating paradox of the entire series. His last, fleeting moment as the Ice King was to save Marceline. His first moment of sanity is to grieve the woman who sacrificed everything for him. In the aftermath, the cosmic cycle concludes. The former breaker of worlds, Gunter, now just a penguin, stumbles upon the neutralized Ice Crown. Instead of cosmic conquest, he makes his ultimate, pathetic penguin wish to be the Ice King. And that is the final piece. You have now successfully navigated the entire mind-bending, century-spanning timeline of Adventure Time. You've seen the Void Leviathans survive the Gum War and witness Betty Groff's ultimate, tragic sacrifice. Now it is your turn to jump into the multiverse. If you are still questioning the structural integrity of your own reality, you need to hit that like button right now. If we missed a deep-cut lore secret, maybe a detail about Gunter's ancient cosmic history or Jake's weirdest stretch, then tell us in the comments below. We need to know what impossible lore jump we're making next, and you do not want to miss it. So slam that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to officially join In Tune Crew. We'll see you next time when we plunge into the next existential crisis. Peace out and stay tuned.